Hello, hello. Welcome to today. I'm pretty late. It's 12:27. It's a Tuesday. I've been busy. Hello and good morning and welcome in. My name is Sasha with Ray of Hope Reiki and more, and I am a busy woman. Oh. So I'm going to do the spiritual message of the day. I went to, where did I go? I had to run some errands this morning, go get a birthday cake. Connor's going to be 8 tomorrow. So I had to go get a birthday cake, some balloons. I got him a little, hey girl, hi. I got him a little headband. I don't know if he'll wear it. And then I got him some cupcakes to take to his class tomorrow. And then I also picked him up some pink sprinkled donuts. He saw that on a, I don't know if it's Bumble Nums or Noms or what that's called, but he saw pink donuts on one of his shows that he likes, and so his favorite color is pink. So tomorrow morning I will put out a bunch of I probably won't decorate the house till he goes to school, but I will get out like his headband, and then for breakfast before he gets on the bus he can have a pink sprinkled donut, and he can take the cupcakes to school with the headband. Oh my gosh, Crystal's Saturday's the dark moon. So if you didn't know, I love the dark moon. The dark moon is all about connecting to the goddesses energy, especially goddesses that work with shadow self or shadow work. But I was pretty excited because Crystal's son, Morgan, his birthday is on Saturday. So if you didn't know, that's why I know it's the dark moon, because I told her, oh my gosh, Morgan's birthday's on the dark moon. Isn't that cool? Her son's going to be 7 and mine's going to be 8. And then Cutler's going to be 6 in June. Isn't that crazy? Oh my goodness. What is going on with us today? That's funny. That's funny. And what do you want us to do about it? Holy moly. 17, holy crap, 17. That's a lot. So that's good. Good for you. Give yourself a round of applause. Give yourself a pat on the back. 17 years of raising that girl. Teenage years. All the stuff you guys been through. Give yourself a pat on the back. Very happy birthday to her. But good job, Mom, because girls are rough. Okay. So today's spiritual message is, you're the one in charge. I have come to the frightening conclusion that I am the decisive element. It is my personal approach that creates the climate. It is my daily mood that makes the weather. I possess tremendous power to make life miserable or joyous. I can be a tool of torture or instrument of inspiration. I can humiliate or humor, hurt or heal. In all situations, it is my response that decides whether a crisis is escalated or de-escalated, and a person is humanized or dehumanized. If we treat people as they are, we make them worse. If we treat people as they ought to be, we help them become what they are capable of becoming. Thank you, thank you. A wild ride, I'm sure it has. So that is true. A lot of the times you hear that saying, like, happy wife, happy life. So what can you do to better help your moods so that when little bumps in the road happen, this is validation if you've been thinking about starting your gratitude journal again. Maybe you've gotten away from doing that, or just saying like the 3 things you're grateful for. I'm grateful that we were able to go and get all my errands done before we had our chiropractor appointment. I'm grateful that we had our chiropractor's appointment because after having Connor home all week last week because he was sick, I was getting a ton of headaches, so I feel like that's really going to help. I'm thankful that Connor's mostly better before his birthday. I'm thankful that Troy's home, that Troy takes Connor to his therapy today. I had a healing session, and I'm starting a new routine with my healing session, just so that I can make it more cohesive, more protected, more healing. So I've added like a black and white candle. I've added some essential oil blend that works with opening me up, and then an essential oil blend that works with closing me down and cleansing the room, opening the circle and closing the circle. So I'm super excited about that. So let me give you a for instance. So start your gratitude journal again. Make sure that you're leading with gratitude and that you're understanding when things go wrong, that people are human and maybe they're having a bad day too, when bumps happen. So something, for instance, that could have very easily, I could have thrown a big fit as a mom and been like, nope, I'm not doing this. Like, this is not happening. Connor has transitioned his sleep pattern to, he does not want to be closed in a room, but obviously we can't fit him in our bed. So he is sleeping on the couch. And I could have very easily just continued to fight that transition that he was having as a mom and just been not very understanding and caused more chaos to the transition. But instead, I was just like, okay, how can we make this work better? And so I let him sleep on the couch, and I put some chairs there, so there's kind of like a railing, and then he doesn't even ask for technology, like there's a TV in there or anything. He just does not want to be closed in a room right now. And so I let that go. So we need to let more things go throughout our day and go with the flow. So if things happen, especially since our spiritual message yesterday was, if things happen, we need to go with the flow of the change in our day instead, and be more flexible instead of being so rigid with our parenting, with our work life. Just let it kind of roll off of you and stop and think, is this really worth the amount of effort and anger and emotion that I really want to put into this? Or should I just let this go and move on? Do I really want to ruin my whole day over something like this? No, you probably don't. And then that not only helps you, but your children see how much you're just letting things flow. Your husband sees how much, like, it trickles down into your household and allows the whole home to take on that that energy. So you have the power to make your life miserable or joyous. And these are, I talk about it being the transition or the cycle, the beginning of the cycle. Everyone can think about one person in their life that they're like, I do not want to answer that phone call. I do not want to go over and visit them. Every time I talk to them, all they do is moan and complain, and they never have anything positive to say. And it's just always like, this happened, and I can't ever even talk about anything else. It's just about that person. I don't want to be around that person. That person was not always that person. You can easily become that person if you focus on things that are negative going on throughout your day. That's all you're going to think about. And then you're going to create that cycle. Do you want to be that person that's all they are? They just consume the negative and that's all they end up seeing? They weren't always like that. They weren't always like that, but they created this pattern of a toxic habit of constantly thinking about the negative. So don't be like that. Take a step back, take a breath, and try to look for the positive throughout your day. It's very, very easy to create the pattern of looking for things that are negative. I could find so many things that are negative, so easy. But you have to train your mind to think about the things that you're grateful for. And if you create that pattern, then that's all you start seeing is, oh my gosh, look, I found a penny. Oh my gosh, there's a feather. Oh wow, look at that. This happened to me today and it was so exciting. And somebody brought me a coffee, and then you become somebody who's uplifting, and your energy's uplifting other people. And then your husband starts saying things that are super positive, and then your kids are all excited about things that are positive. It literally creates the cycle of gratitude throughout your house. So if everybody seems to be kind of negative and focusing on the things that are not going right, try really hard to create a pattern of what is one thing that happened great to you today? What is one thing that really made you super, super happy? And then try to create the pattern of two things. Ask your kids when they come home. Because a lot of times when kids come home, my kids don't do this because they're not quite old enough, and Connor can't really tell me how good his day was. So, if your kids are older and they talk well and they can cognitively think of things, when they start complaining about their day and so did this to me and we had a test and blah, 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 blah. Only allow them to say one negative thing, and then when they're done talking about that one negative thing, be what was something special that happened today? What was something that made you happy? Well, we had pizza today. Great. And then they can go back to complaining, but now you have to say something. Don't allow them to just create the pattern of negativity. Make sure that you reinforce that if you're going to say something negative, you better make sure you found something positive to say, because mom's not going to listen to all the garbage. You're not going to just dump on mom. Mom does not want to listen to that. Mom does not want to absorb that. The collective message for today is talking about how there's a lot of thinking going on this week. A lot of thinking about the past. That's where it's taking me, the past. So if you're caught up in the past, try to live more in the moment. And if there's things that you haven't finished, try to focus on one thing that you can finish this week. So if things are coming up and you're getting overwhelmed, just pick one thing to work on and just work on the goal being, I'm going to clean my bedroom. And that is going to be my one goal. Don't make a huge list. Just pick one thing that you haven't finished that you would like to finish. I do want to reiterate that we do need to protect our energy this week, because it is going to be super easy for people to dump on you this week. So make sure that you are cutting cords. Everybody should consciously be saying a prayer every night. I call back all my energy from every person, place, and dimension. I ask that my energy be my own and no one else's. I don't allow any attachments of negativity or of any kind. I cut all cords to anything that no longer serves my highest good. I ask that while I'm sleeping, I be able to get the rest that I need. Really set intentions of what you're needing throughout the week and calling back your energy and not allowing people to connect so deeply to you this week. I don't know why it's so easy for the negative this week, but let's sweep that away. Let's light our incense. Let's take our Epsom salt baths. Let's go do something healing for just us and not get caught up in the negative this week. Yeah, super drained. I do think that there are a lot of viruses going around that are causing a lot of problems, but I also do think that I did say that your crown chakra and your third eye are going to be too open this week. So if you're somebody who is sensitive to energy, just kind of tap and just kind of imagine bringing that energy back down and closing that and not allowing yourself to be so open. Don't allow people to connect to your energy. Call back your energy. When you're talking to people, put up that force field so that stuff is bouncing off of people. A lot of the times, if I feel like somebody is super like trauma dumping on me and I want the conversation to end, I will like imagine a broom in my head knocking on the ceiling, and then shortly after the conversation will end. That's just a kind of trick that I do. I don't know if you need to do that, but like, I'm like, help me, save me, spirit team, please, please let them go. Yeah, girl, nope, close it down. It doesn't need to be so open. I think that, I don't follow the zodiac stuff very well. I don't follow the energy shifts very well. I do know that we do have the new moon and the dark moon coming up. So if the dark moon, is it the dark moon before the new moon? I believe so. So that's like a lot of new manifestation energy. But for some reason, the last 2 months, it has been so easy for negative things to come in. Like, I said I was under spiritual attack. I don't know if you remember that, but good job, Brianna. Good job, girl. I haven't looked up what my yoga pose is today. But I will when I go get Cutler, because he likes to do it with me. We were too busy this morning with the chaos of getting everybody ready for school and then the chiropractor and the errands. But I think that it is going to be super easy for empathic people to get, like, you're like a beacon of light. It's like, ah. And then every spirit out there that needs a little bit more energy is like, ooh, did you see that light? I saw that light. Let's go check out that light. And I don't know why, but it's like a vacuum. And then it's just really easy right now because for some reason it's thin enough that if somebody is mad at you, they can unintentionally send negative things to your home really easily right now. So I'm like constantly cleansing my house. And that's why I set more intentions when I am doing my energy healing sessions, because I really open myself up. And that's why I said I got the mugwort incense. So I start my session with that. I open the circle with the tuning fork now, and I wrote down a big prayer for protection for me and whoever my client is, and allowing all that energy to come in, but that nothing whatsoever of any ill intent or negativity can come into the session or my home. And then remembering to close your session too. So like anytime you're doing any form of card reading, any form of meditation, you have to remember you open and close, because I don't know why the energy is like this right now. I'm sure it's something to do with planets and something to do with the veil being thin, but like it is too much right now. And that's why a lot of sensitive people are getting like a ton of migraines right now. Like you have to constantly put it in your mind to close your circle, close it down. Don't allow things to come in. So incense, essential oils. You can write sigils on yourself for extra protection. What else am I doing? Carry black crystals. The things that you keep at your door is also super important. So make sure that you have some form of bell, some form of, we do black salt, or if you take your incense dust, you can create a line at the door. You could put an evil eye by your door. I always have selenite and tourmaline by my door. I have the bells. Connor likes to ring the bells. And then I have the milk jug that's rusted, but a specific like iron that is rusted keeps out specific trickster energies. So I had Troy pick up some some iron. So, I mean, you can find rusty iron at like any blue collar job, right? I was like, do you got rusty nails? What do you got that's rusty? So I'm going to place something rusty. I have the milk jug, but I want something more by the front door and the back door. Probably by the sound bath door where people come in. And then I do want to put one by my Reiki room door down here. Just like probably behind the door. So if you see a weird, like, I don't know if he got me the railroad nail things or what he got me, but he's like, oh, I got you plenty of rusty things. Like, perfect. Yeah, yep. Make sure you're doing that. And then when everybody leaves, sweep that stuff away. Sweep it away intentionally. You can take a bell and ring around your whole house. You could take incense. You could take lavender. You can take spray. You could take tuning forks. You could take sound bowls. You could take a drum. Like, whatever it is you feel called to do. Everybody's practice is a little bit different, but making sure that you're closing down your circle after everything that you do. Parties, yeah, that's why you throw parties somewhere else, Sam. You don't throw parties in your house. You don't throw parties in your house. Go somewhere else. Go somewhere else. I'm just teasing. But yeah, so that's the spiritual message of the day. I don't know that I'll be posting anything tomorrow because of the birthday. And then Friday we have another birthday party. So obviously I'm not going to be going live again because Friday is a birthday party. It's not working out. I don't know what's going on. I need to pick a different day. Obviously this is not working. That's true. That is true. Just, you know what to do to protect your energy and your space. Just sweep it out. And then when you're done and you want people to start leaving, just take that broom, knock it in your head. And then you'll be surprised how many people just start wrestling around like, I feel like I should go. I don't know why. I feel like I should get out of here. And it's like, yeah, get out. Yeah, make sure that you're closing down. You can open your circle. And when you open your circle, make sure that you're opening it when you're calling on all the things of protection. And you're making sure that you're setting intentions that anything that's a trickster energy, a low vibrational being, anything that's attracted to and wishing you ill will or to take upon your energy, that they are blocked and unable to do so. It's all about intentions. But I love you guys. I hope you have a beautiful day. I am going to go eat. I usually get super hungry after my Reiki session. So I figured I'd come on here just to give you a quick spiritual message, a quick lift you up. And then I'll make some posts later. I love you guys. I hope you have a beautiful day. And happy birthday to all the birthdays. All my Taurus peoples. Happy birthdays. Bye.